hunters are there? Please be at least only 2. Oh! No! I said please be at least only 2.
I'm not an HR liaison.
I think you got that from the bag of explosives.
Sir, we have the hostile bogey.
Coulson.
Oh. We're working on
I'm
it.
just so happy he's back.
This isn't exactly how I'd imagine you meet my parents.
They've just been having so cute.
We have enacted
Being so cute recently.
3 missiles inbound.
Prepare yourselves for extreme G's.
I mean, I know they're gonna be fine, but still, it's kind of scary. Holy shit, that's a really cool shot. Ooh. Oh shit.
Good to see you move. Psycho. And that's unfair. And very well timed. Wow, right. Hi, Nathaniel.
Alex just suck.
Hostage, changed my life.
You mean Daniel Whitehall? I will crush you.
Yes. Do it. Just one bone shaker and it's over.
Enjoy your time in prison.
Easy contract. We try to hold ourselves to a professional demeanor.
What'd you get, May? What did you get?
Ford requested you down in the basement in person, sir. I felt nothing.
Chronicom?
Like you.
Chronicom! Yes! Ah!
Okay, so where are you now?
The power regulator. Take a look at it. You start there and...
She didn't know. Did she guess? Or was it a hesitation?
Are you okay?
No.
Should I know how to fix this?
It will be all right, but we must act now. It's gonna be okay.
Oh, I'm really excited for this.
What now? Hey!
Hey, whoa. Hey, what are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. Ma'am, this is Agent Rodriguez. She's my girlfriend.
I don't think these strangers care about that. A little more. You can call me Elena, and please excuse my partner. He's just happy that you guys are safe.
I may not be what I used to be, but I'm not one of them.
But she was. So we need to warn
And I don't
them.
appreciate this attitude from you.
I don't have attitude.
That's my point. And I would turn to you for
what?
I don't know, for
validation.
maybe, Melinda, something. I died. And I came back. I didn't ask for that.
You never die. You always come back. You know how many times I've mourned you? I'm not doing it again. And I'm certainly not doing it for a decoy with a simulated personality.
Thank you. There she is. Don't look now, but your emotions are coming back. What if they're doing that? What if they have a method of taking our memories, our identities, and uploading them into Chronicom bodies? Replace the agents, use them to take over.
Never give me back to a door.
Oh shit! That was really May. Oh my gosh. Stop the process.
I believe you.
Thank you. Oh no, Daisy. It's like every freaking season, something happens to her. Her mom.
Hey, you wanted to hear my story, right? Right, well, it was, Foggy. He would never shut up. He was always
I'm getting like
you guys.
teary-eyed. I don't know why.
That day, he just kept talking to me. He just kept telling me, we are going home. And at some point I was on a field stretcher and, Mike wasn't. We were going home, Agent Johnson. You hear me? We're going home. And you have got to fight.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Plenty of fight left in you after all.
Yeah. I got very emotional watching that scene. I think it's just because I have fallen in love with Daniel Sousa very, very quickly. Oh. Oh. Deke. No, it's gonna be. I know that. I get it though. I I get it. He shouldn't do it, but I get it. Yep.
What have you done?
This is why, Gemma, you need to tell the team when something like this is happening. Ooh!
Bad time.
Oh, but she was expecting it.
Do you not know how to fix the time machine that you are currently ripping apart?
You cannot imagine how impossible it was to track the chronocoms through time. But Fitz and I found a place where all their moves could be observed. He is completely exposed, and they will kill him if they find him, so no one can know his location.
But you
No.
know.
Yeah.
To suppress my memories, I named her Diana. She's adorable and we're inseparable. Literally.
No?
Yes! Sousa! My boy! Oh. Come on, buddy. Yes! Oh, what? Oh, no, it's him! Oh, but he's not doing well, is he? This is what you get, you dumbass.
What are the chances he'll succeed?
22%.
Oh, thank
Will Daisy
God.
survive?
86%.
Oh, yay.
That's my girl.
It's such a dad.
For Mack's parents. You see, I haven't feared death for a long time.
Is that so?
Yeah. The fact is, dying, it's kind of my superpower.
Her face after Coulson said that was just... Oh! And that's the thing, I don't have to worry about him being blown up because it's Coulson.
Yeah, Enoch, I'm sorry about before. I didn't realize that things were so dire. You are a valued member of our family.
That is the greatest compliment one could be paid. Apology accepted.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for saving us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but sure.
Oh no 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 what?
What are we talking about?
Are they Chronicoms?
I felt nothing from him. Like Coulson. Check his arm.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, it's both of them. God damn it.
What'd you do with my parents?
They've been gone a while.
Are you serious? Ugh. I knew that arm thing had
I
to...
harvested their skins. We could have so much fun together, son.
Throw him. Yes.
Don't do it, Mac.
Oh. Fuck you. Oh my gosh, Mac. Why? Oh. Oh. Bless.
We're about to jump.
Don't get off.
I'm where I need to be.
Yes! Yes! I feel like if that didn't happen with Daisy, he would have left. Oh, yes.
Mac!
What's this, man?
Do you even know where you're at? I mean, I understand. Take your time. Get your air. Oh.
Hey, I said I would check on Mac. Believe it or not, I kind of get what he's going through.
So where are you? The death is speaking. Both of you get back now.
What?
Deteriorating.
Mac!
No.
Mac! Mac! Mac, we gotta go! C1's in trouble!
What? What is going on? Why was... I hate this show. I said this at the end of last episode. Fuck. What? Where did they... What? Why didn't Mac react at all? I mean, I why he didn't react. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna talk in segments. I think I'm always gonna talk in segments when it comes to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it's just easier that way for me to get rid of all my thoughts or to have them, you know, be not jumbled, even though it's gonna end up being jumbled because I'm talking about them in segments. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna talk about Simmons. So we figured out what's in her neck, and it's Diana, which great name, by the way. I wonder if that's a little nod to Diana, even though it's, you know, different universes here. But it is a sort of memory remover, enhancer sort of situation. It blocks her memories of where Fitz is currently at, and Fitz is at this place where they were able to see everything, sort of like Sybil. Is that her name, Sybil? Tamara Taylor. The actress that was in Talking to Coulson in the White Room, the one who's able to see everything. I'm assuming it's kind of like the same thing, and Fitz is currently there, and that's why they can't go to him, or he can't go to us. I'm wondering, you know, we just finished episode 6, and, you know, technically we're halfway through the series, halfway through this season. Next episode will be more than halfway. It's hard to do it with 13 to cut in half. But yeah, I'm wondering when he's gonna come back. I don't see it being next episode. I think next episode's gonna be just as crazy as this episode. But yeah, we figured out what's happening with Simmons. A lot less speculative than I think a lot of people's speculative answers or theories have been. But I did see a couple comments on like Enoch removing her memories, that sort of situation. So yeah, it's on the ballpark. Deke, okay. Yeah, Deke was completely justified in doing that to Enoch, because all of a sudden he's like watching Enoch like do something weird to his Nana. Of course he's going to react like that, and we know how Deke reacts. I mean, he freaking killed Malik last episode, which was just insane, and now he's trapped with Mack in... I don't know, the thing is, right, with the jumps, it could be very, I don't know, sort of, like it could be 3 years in the future, it could be 1 year in the future, it could be 10 years into the future, 20, like it's so odd, and I don't think that's going to be so far into the future, because, you know, we need them all to reunite at a certain point, and you can't be like, oh, it's 10, 20 years and have them all like, you know, look old, or that's just an assumption. They could do that, and I could be very surprised, but I don't think they're going to do that. Speaking of Mack, oh my gosh, my heart breaks for Mack. So much. Oh my gosh. The way that it just went from the beginning of him coming in, seeing his parents being like, this is my girlfriend. Like, such like a boy, you know, being like, hey, mom, dad, like, this is the person I'm dating. You know, so excited, to the end when he literally had to throw out a carbon copy of his mother down, threw out of a plane, and then found out that his parents are dead. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. really just likes to mess with the characters, don't they? I just feel so awful for him, and now he's stuck in a time with Deke, and he didn't even react to that, like, at all, and that's just showing you kind of like how out of head he is at the current moment. Man, oh boy. What I like, there was one line that Max said, you know, whenever, you know, we found out that Daisy was taken by the younger Nathaniel Malik, you know, saying, oh, we've lost our most powerful, you know, and then there was a quick moment on Yo-Yo's face that kind of was just like, oh, you know what I mean? Because she still is dealing with the loss of her powers, or the infunctionality of her powers. So I like that little beat that that actress took. Next, gonna talk about Coulson, who is dead, but we know he's not dead because they could just make another one of him, which seems to, I'm assuming it's going to happen quite a bit, or at least it's going to happen a few more times before the show's over, because at this point, I mean, the whole reason this show started was because of the campaign of Coulson Lives. You know, without the fans rallying behind this character from the Avengers movie, this show would have never been born. So now it's just a thing, you know, now it's just a thing that's kind of like a running gag, but I mean, it's not funny, but it's a running joke-ish. Not, they don't get rid of the joke part, but, you know, he died in Avengers, and then he got brought back to life. And if you want to be very technical about it, he died in the simulation world back in season 4. I mean, that version of him died, but not really. Then we had him die at the end of season 5, and then we had Sarge die, which wasn't really Coulson, but was kind of Coulson, and now we have this LMD version of Coulson that just died. So, you know, I expect him to be back probably next episode. I don't see a whole episode going by without him, or at least, you know, he's gonna be in next episode, whether that be towards the end of the program or towards the beginning. I don't know. There's a lot happening right now, but I have a feeling, you know, without Mack, they're going to need a leader, and Coulson is, you know, Daisy's out of commission, which we'll talk about Daisy in a second, but Coulson is, you know, everyone looks to Coulson second, I think. Let's talk about Daniel and Daisy. Still love saying that because of this. Just the names sound great together, you know. Daniel and Daisy, which Daniel said last episode that he was thinking about sticking here in 1973. Were they in 1973 or 1976? They're in 1976. At that moment, they were in 1976. He was thinking about sticking around, but I think this experience with Daisy has opened his eyes, and he is now on board 100%. I'm so glad, because I adore him. Like, I don't think, you know, it's really hard. I think this show is really great at, if you get a character in, a good character in that has good values, morals, and is just, you know, kind of just thrown into this. You know, I've never seen Agent Carter, so I don't know Daniel Souza, but this is just a Marvel thing in general. They're so good at writing characters that they make them so likable or unlikable like that. It's great. And for me, not having any previous experience with Souza and just kind of jumping in with him here, I already love him so much, and I don't want anything bad to happen. I just want him to find happiness. I want him to find happiness. Now, do I want him to find happiness with staying on board with this team? Absolutely, because I love his dynamic with everybody, and I want him to form more connections with everybody. Obviously, I think the strongest bond right now he has is with Daisy, because they went through it together, and I think he found his reason for sticking around, which happens to be Daisy. And I'm very curious to see what happens with their relationship. And I know there's a lot of people out there that really like Daniel and Peggy, and I know that they got together at the end of season 2. I'm 99% sure that they got together at the end of season 2 in Agent Carter, but obviously, you know, I don't know how this show reflects on current timelines. You know, it's very complicated. We know from Avengers Endgame that Peggy and Steve end up together, but I know a lot of people, or at least the people I've seen on social media, really, really loved Daniel and Peggy together, which, you know, I will have to watch Agent Carter to form an opinion on. But yeah, I'm just curious to see where the relationship dynamic between Daniel and Daisy would go. And I hope Daisy's okay. Now, Nathaniel, he used her powers, but he had a nosebleed, and it wasn't going too well. You know, that's tricky stuff right there. I think if he would have done what he intended to do, it would have been a lot worse for our team, for Daisy, and a lot better, but I don't want to say better. You know, it forwarded his awfulness, but it didn't. However, I could see that coming back into play, him possibly having a version of Daisy's powers, probably not as powerful, but there's no way they would have made that a thing. You know, with Mack's dad getting his arm hurt, in the back of my head I was like, why are they, like, that's for a reason. Every little thing that these writers do, there's a reason for it. So I am kind of going to keep my eye out. You know, who knows, next episode we might have Nathaniel, and that might be a whole arc complete there. I was fully expecting to see Daniel Whitehall, by the way, this episode. Very, very glad we did it, because fuck that guy. But yeah, I'm kind of keeping that in the background here, because they always like to plant seeds, this show. So yeah, I think that's everything, you know, moving into next week. Oh man, I don't even know. That's the thing, we normally have a tease on the era. You know, people who watch the promo might already know what the era is going to be. I don't want to know. But this episode, we didn't leave off with that. It was just Mack in a field of sunflowers, and with Deke, and then the ship. Boop. I bet Enoch in the back of his head is going, yeah, that's right, bitches. This is how it feels. But very, very, like, slyly undertone, and then immediately feeling bad about it because, you know, he's a Chronicom and Deke and Mack are not, and they're going to age. Wherever they are, they're going to age to the point where they can reunite with the team again, which is very, very complicated. Now, we are jumping further and further in time, so my assumption is, you know, we are just in the 70s. We might possibly be in the 90s at this point, maybe in the 80s. I would hope we would go in the 80s at least once because the opportunity for costuming would just be incredible. But, you know, I think the 80s would be pretty cool. So, so say they jumped to 1980, like, you know, say they jumped 4 more years, and say the team jumped to 1985. You could still get away with, you know, things. I just don't know how everything's gonna go, but I guess we will see that next week. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for watching this very, very long-winded after talk. They're just gonna get longer and longer because we're getting more and more episodes of just constant things happening all the time, and editing them has become increasingly harder, but I really like that because it just shows how good the show is. Especially just bringing out those teary eyes in me. I didn't expect this episode. But yeah, I will see you guys next week for more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and probably just more nervous, excited energy, which has been definitely going in the last few weeks. Ever since Sousa got reintroduced, it's just been escalating very, very quickly, but I'm excited, and I hope you are too. But yeah, see you for more S.H.I.E.L.D. soon, next week. Bye!